Hey there, welcome to Make It Minded and Multiply It. On this video series, we like to talk to you about different ways to diversify your income, keep what you make, and of course, continue to grow your income from different sources. Now, today I just wanted to share with you a few lessons learned from my interview with Melcia Nicole Key. We did a podcast on side hustle nation. There we go. Tongue twister, I guess. Anyhow, first of all, I wanted to share with you the lessons learned from the interview, and then, of course, offer you some Make It Minded and Multiply It tips at the end. So stick around. And if you do like my video, of course, I do hope you give us a thumbs up. And as always, do subscribe so that YouTube knows this is something that we need to share with others. So first of all, from the Melcia, okay, very articulate today, Melcia Nicole interview, who is first of all, a marketing professional. So she really has that going for us because, as business owners, it's all about the marketing. We must get found. But she has managed to parlay her side hustle, if you will, into a successful photography business. And so that is actually one of the first things I wanted to share with you as far as a key lesson. Number one is you can monetize your hobby and or passion. You just have to look at how you what problem are you solving? In this case, we all need headshots. We have family events, we have weddings, or whatever the case may be. But, you can also use your photography to, earn royalties by allowing people to download your pictures, for example, and use them in their marketing content, which I don't think she does that. But I'm just saying there are lots of things you can do with a camera. I wish I was that talented and disciplined. But first of all, so yes, you can monetize your passion or skill. You just need to be creative and look for what it is, the different ways that are out there. So whether you are a creative or whether you are a brainiac, there's usually a business that you can come up with, which leads me to the second lesson, which is entrepreneurship, first of all, is critical for today's success, but it also can be self-taught. Now, I will have to say that she caught me off guard because I said, well, did you go to school for this? How did you get into photography? And what she said was, she attended quote unquote YouTube University. So, the thing of it is, there are so many things you can find on YouTube, and that's not, necessarily a suggestion that that's how you do it. But I mean, it is one way in particular for photography that, you don't always have to shell out big bucks to go to college to get a certification or a degree. You can teach yourself entrepreneurship and how to grow a business based on what it is that you already know. And then as a side hustle pro, if you will, because at the end of the day, side hustle means that you have what I call a bread and butter job and or business, and then you have other side income streams that you have. So part of being a savvy side hustle professional is that you need to look at that scheduling. You have to be absolutely pristine with your time because you're juggling so many balls. You've got to keep everything all lined up, and your calendar must be on fleek, if you will, so that you are taking care of your obligations, but that you're certainly growing your business. And then you also have to take care of yourself and or your family. In this case, she happens to be a mother and a wife. So there's a lot of things that need to go on your calendar, whichever method that you use. So from these lessons learned from the interview, make sure that you tune into our Divas, Diamonds, and Dollars podcast, Voyager interview series. In this case, it is called Savvy Side Hustle Nation with Melcia Key. That is already live on Apple Podcast and Spotify. So make sure you check that out and subscribe to the podcast channel because we do have a lot of, number one, great interviews, but sometimes we're just sharing you the good intel to help you be more successful and lead your best life. Now, to the matter at hand, make it, mind it, multiply it. So when you're looking at different ways to make money, and I say this way too many times, that you want to look at least 3, 5, 7, who knows, 10 different streams of income. This is not things that you're trading hours for pay. These are things that you set up, and that you either can set it and forget it, or at least you only have to tend to it a little bit, but you're not working on it all the time consistently. And we know what those type of products are. Those are your digital products, those are your courses, those are your affiliate incomes, and the different streams that you can make from that. But when you're looking at which one to pursue, something I got from our friend Melcia is that, follow your GPS. right? So this should be easy to remember. Your gifts, your passions, and service. So what are you naturally good at? Right? These are things that people always compliment you on. These are ways that you have always found easy to make money or otherwise use in your day-to-day career. Who knows? Now, your passions, that's where it comes from. You know, what do you like to do most? I enjoy the creative side of business. I don't get to do that as much as I like, but I certainly enjoy making the pretty, if you will. What are your passions? How can you monetize your passions? And, you know, it doesn't have to be photography. It just what is it that, you know, makes your heart sing and makes you enthusiastic about jumping out of bed in the morning? What is it you love to do? And how can you monetize it? Not can you? Yes, you can, but how? Look at the different ways. And then of course, service. And that's where you come into, you know, how are you helping people? What problem are you solving? How are you giving back? What is the reason someone is going to pay you? So what is your service? I also use that as skills, like what are you already using in your day-to-day life? What have you been professionally trained for? Whether you went to college or a trade school or some type of certification. And then also, it could just be anything that you have learned, quote unquote, in a formal or informal setting. So however you want to use that S, that's what that S stands for. Now, mind it. Now, the minding it is making sure that you keep what you make, right? So I'm going to suggest that you want to surround yourself with your own advisory board. This could be a formal structure or more likely an informal structure, whether that's a mentor or some advisor, someone that you have to go to and get accountability and support. But also, you know, that's your legal arm, that's your bookkeeping or accounting arm. You know, you need those things when you are growing a business. So it's not like you have to do everything by yourself. Who else is on your team? And you also need a support network, right? So that you're not pulling your hair and running screaming into the night. Make sure that you have a support network, and that will help you mind your money and keep your eye on the ball. Now, multiply it. Look, there are, number one, so many different ways to earn money. That's the first thing. And then secondarily, you cannot put all your eggs in one basket. That's why you need to multiply it. You need to find different revenue streams. So I'm suggesting that you continue to hone your craft. It is not a one and done. So using photography just because I just talked to Melcia, but number one, it's not like you just take pictures of dogs, although people love their animals, so you could make lots of money from that. But what else can you do with a camera, for example? What are 3 things that you can do with your skills that you have right now? So photography, that's an example, but not everyone's going to pick up the camera. But based on your own GPS, what are the different ways that you can earn money from that? So consider adding a different product or service to what your current offering already is, and just continue to get better at it. So those are 3 different ways that you want to make it, mind it, and multiply it. So that has been today's video episode. I hope you have gotten some value out of it. Make sure that you please share with a friend. Subscribe, click the notification bell so YouTube knows this is a hot topic and that they need to promote it to others on the platform. And if you are new here, thank you for joining me. And for returnees, so happy to see you again. That is all for now, and I will see you on the next video. Ciao.